Hey guys, welcome to Mad Scientist BBQ. I'm Jeremy Yoder, and today we're doing a really cool experiment. I have a really cheap brisket that I'm cooking in a very expensive smoker, and a very expensive brisket that I'm cooking in a very cheap smoker. We're gonna find out, is it the pit or the protein that matters most? I have to let you guys in on a little bit of a secret. This video idea actually came from one of my patrons, because every month we hold a contest on Patreon and you have an opportunity to win things. That month, the winner got a Fat Stack 80. This patron wasn't actually the winner, he was an honorable mention, and for that he got his own barbecue leather apron. Now, his name is Wasey Herbert. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he had this idea and I thought, that would be awesome. I'm gonna try it. But the winner of that month's contest got the Fat Stack 80, the little brother to this smoker right here, and that video idea is in the works and it's gonna be really, really, really cool. So let's jump into what we have, what we're cooking on, and what the plan is. Let's start with the proteins. First, we have a Wagyu brisket from Kansas City Cattle Company. This is gonna have lots and lots of intramuscular marbling, but it also means you're gonna pay a premium for that marbling because that breed doesn't grow as quickly as something like, say, Angus, and there's a lot that goes into making that marbling something truly special. Then, I happened to be walking through Kroger and I found this brisket. It is a choice brisket, $1.99 a pound. Now, it's been years since I've seen a brisket for $1.99 a pound, and it's by far the cheapest I've seen brisket. I think the cheapest I've seen it besides that was maybe $2.99, maybe $3.49 in the last 5 years. So this is the cheapest brisket I could find, regardless of grade. And then this is Wagyu. Obviously, it's going to be higher end stuff. Now that we've gotten those proteins out of the way, let's talk about the pits. The first pit I want to talk about is the expensive pit. It's the Fat Stack 120. It's right behind me. They have their own custom made tanks for this. It's a really great cooking smoker, and it's kind of a piece of art in and of itself. That one retails for $4,700. Then we're going to use the Old Faithful, trusty Old Country Brazos. It's about as cheaply as you can get a 1/4-inch smoker anywhere from any person. And when I got it, it was $999 and $99 to ship it, and that's about all the money I could afford to pay for a smoker. And I've been tremendously happy with it, but I haven't used it in a long time, so it's possible my memories of how good the barbecue was aren't really true to my feelings and thoughts now. Before we dive in, I want to cover the basic cook plan. So if you're wondering what kind of wood I use or what temperatures or any of those things, I'm going to break it down right here, right now. First, we're using pecan wood in both smokers. They're all from the same supplier, so the wood is identical, so that shouldn't be a factor as much as we can help it doing this cook. So the flavor that we're going to be able to get from one smoker versus the other isn't going to be because we're using different woods. As for seasoning, we're going to use trusty salt and pepper because I want to be able to taste the smoke and taste the meat to really tell the difference between one and the other. And then finally, as for temperature and time, that's going to be a judgment call based on how these briskets look. This is the basic game plan though. We're going to go 200 degrees for 4 hours. At that point, we're probably going to bump it up to 250 on both of those smokers. And depending on how things look on the outside, it may remain at 250, or we may have to raise it up to 275, something like that. Because they cook a little differently, the temperature on the Fat Stack might be reading 275, and with the very same thermometer, it might be reading 250 in the Brazos, but it might not cook the same way. That's just one of those things. Having different pits means that the temperature you're reading won't cook the same way as on a different pit reading the same temperature. So I'm gonna trim these up, season them with just salt and pepper, and get them on the smoker and start to build some bark. Hey guys, I want to take a chance to thank today's sponsor, Policy Genius. Now, a lot of people spend hundreds of dollars a year on car insurance, on health insurance, but they often neglect life insurance. It's critically important that you take care of the people you care most about if something were to happen to you. Now, my wife and I just recently had our first daughter, so I've been thinking about this, and Policy Genius is what I chose to take care of my family if I'm gone. You may have never considered that if something were to happen to you, your student loan debt, your other debts, they don't just disappear. You want to make sure that the people you care most about in this world don't have those debts hanging around their necks if something happens to you. Even if you have life insurance coverage through your employer, oftentimes you need 10 times that amount to take care of all of your affairs. And what Policy Genius is, it's a marketplace for insurance. So they compare policies from AIG and Prudential, and you get the very best price. There's no need to overpay for life insurance. Just get the coverage you need at the best price possible. You could save 50% or more by comparing quotes on Policy Genius. Options start at just $17 per month for $500,000 in coverage. Remember, the people at Policy Genius work for you and not the insurance companies, so you get the very best price for the very best coverage. So go to policygenius.com/MadScientistBBQ or just click the link in the description. Head there and you can get your free life insurance quote and start saving today. trimmed, seasoned, ready to go. Let's put them on. Our brisket that's $1.99 a pound is going on our $4,700 smoker. Our Wagyu brisket going on the $1,000 smoker from Academy Sports. Four and a half hours in, and it's time to check in with these two pieces of meat. I'm looking for dark color and the bark to be setting because I don't want to jump into high temps and try to finish these things off before the bark is fully set. So let's look at each one and see how they're doing. I want to give you a note about how each cooker is cooking. So with the Brazos, it takes a lot more work to try to get it to burn the way I want to, and sometimes the fire just wants to die, and then sometimes it wants to become a raging inferno. With the Fat Stack, it's just kind of simple. Add 2, 3 of these small logs, go away, come back, add 2, 3 small logs, go away, come back, etc., etc. It's kind of been a dream to run this thing so far. So I think I've gotten pretty equivalent smoke flavors, but the Brazos took a lot more work. It's a smaller smoker, and it doesn't have some of the design features that this Fat Stack 120 has. So let's look at the first brisket. Cheap brisket, expensive smoker. With the cheap brisket, I'm pretty happy with how the bark looks. I think it could be a little bit darker, but we're only a little over 4 hours in, so we still have time to improve it. Next up, the expensive brisket. And one note for you guys, I did not scalp this brisket 10 times. It came like that out of the package, so just as a matter of personal pride, I wanted to let you know. If there are any scalps on this cheap brisket, yeah, that was all me. So let's take a look. One quick note, there's a lot more grease that's gone into the grease bucket on this cooker than there has been on the other one. I don't know if it's because that smoker is bigger or the drain is kind of placed differently, or if it's just that this is Wagyu and it's going to render fat at a lower temp, but I thought you guys should know. After taking a look at the Wagyu brisket, I think I'm only going to bump the temperature up to 225 because I think 250 might be just a little too hot, might dry some stuff out. But other than that, we're going to run the cooks kind of the same way on both of these, and hopefully they'll be ready to wrap soon. The briskets have been on for about 8 hours at this point, so it's time to wrap them up. The internal temp is about 185, and we finally set the bark that we've been after this whole time. So I got some butcher paper. I'm gonna pull off a couple sheets, 2 sheets per brisket. I'm looking for about 40-ish inches long, but you can go longer, you can go shorter. Just make sure you wrap the brisket up tightly, and if anything's sticking out, kind of crunch it in because you're gonna have the best results that way. That's why I like to do it, and I love to throw some Wagyu tallow in there, so I'm gonna do that as well. Let's take a quick peek before we wrap them up. Okay, we're gonna take these to 203. When they're nice and tender, we're gonna pull them off and then let them rest overnight so they have a good long rest. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, the moment of truth has arrived. After a nice long rest, let's unpackage these, slice them up, and taste them. Juicy. My first impressions of the Wagyu are, it's got great bark, really nice color, it's nice and soft, and shock of all shocks, it's extremely juicy. I mean, the paper was filled with rendered fat and juice, and it looks really nice. All right, taking a look at this cheap brisket, I am actually very impressed. It looks just about as handsome as a brisket can look. So, if I'm judging on looks alone, I would choose this one. we're gonna bring in some blind taste testers who are only gonna know that they're gonna have 2 samples of brisket, and they're gonna tell me which one they prefer, and they're gonna comment on what's different about each one. Here in our cheap brisket, we have a slice of fatty, just packed with juice, perfect fat render. When I want a slice of fatty brisket, I want it to look exactly like this. Take a look at this, guys. It's unbelievable. Our taste testers today are my father-in-law, Dr. Frank Clark, and my realtor, Ethan Adams. So you may see a change in the scenery for our videos in the future, hopefully. We'll see. But he has some YouTube stuff that I'm gonna link it right here. But all they know is that they have brisket sample 1 and brisket sample 2. So we're gonna give them each sample and a bottle of water, and they're gonna give their thoughts.
Here we go, Doc.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
I don't know if I'm just easy to please, but this is good. It just like melts in your mouth. So this number 2?
Yeah, in round 2.
Cheers, Doc.
So how's that one different?
I feel like this one's a little juicier.
I think I like the first one better. At least the chunk part.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
On the first one, it was a little.
I just like the taste better on that one. When I get into it, this one's way drier. Yeah.
Yeah, this is drier and it has a little less flavor. I like everything better about the first one. Not by a landslide, but it still was better. It seemed to have more of a appropriate smoky flavor.
Well, that first one knocked my socks off. Can I hit this one too?
Yeah.
Is that a repeat of sample 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. One smoker I used cost 4 times as much as the other one. And one brisket that I used cost 6 times as much as the other one. So I took the cheap brisket, cooked it in the expensive smoker, cooked the expensive brisket, cooked it in the cheap smoker. So sample 1, that brisket cost $30. Sample 2, that brisket cost $185.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Yeah. So the smoker makes a difference.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one kind of killed it, to be honest.
I would have guessed it the other way around.
Wow.
I would have said that the smoker
I would've.
makes less of a difference, but no, I was wrong.
Wow.
I mean,
So this is the cheap meat.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
Yeah.
What am I trying? That one's so good. That one's really good. The other one, say I rated a 10. This one has slightly less flavor, so I would rate it a 9, but definitely has a richer, fatty texture.
Between burn-in 1 and burn-in 2, which would you choose?
Burn-in 1, but it was only slightly better, honestly. Let me taste the lean. Yeah, I'm just never really a fan of lean.
What do you think of that lean? If you had to choose between 1 and 2 on the lean, which would you choose?
Take a bite again. 1. There's 1.
Which sample is better, number 1 or number 2?
Number 1. But the other one's still really good.
Yeah. Number 1 cost $31. Number 2 is $184.
Yeah, there's not that much of a gap in the difference of how good they are.
Well, number 1 was the one that was cheap.
Oh yeah, so number 1 was even better. They're still both really good. Now I do want some more fatty.
Okay, you guys saw what the taste testers thought, and I tasted the food off camera, and to me, I completely agree. The burnt in from sample number 1 was really, really good. I mean, forget about the price. I don't care if the price was 10 times as high, but it was just simply better. And then when it comes to the flat, there was an even bigger difference between the two. I think it has something to do with the fat render on top of the brisket. If you just take a look at the lean and see how the fat's rendered, you can tell that that smoker just knocked it out of the park. Now, the expensive smoker costs 4 times as much as the cheap smoker. But in this case, the brisket, the expensive one, is $184, and the cheap one, I believe, was $31. That's 6 times as much. So, spend your money wisely. Now, cooking a great brisket in a great smoker is the ideal circumstance, but it really does matter what you're cooking on. Having great equipment really helps you make great barbecue. So invest in good quality stuff and you're gonna be able to produce better quality food. Now, if you have an inexpensive smoker, you can still make really good barbecue. It's just that the top end of what you can make is gonna be limited. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of the videos that we have coming up. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Mad Scientist BBQ. And don't forget to swing over to our Patreon because we gave away one of those custom fat stack smokers to a patron in our monthly contest. We give away something every single month in those contests. So be sure to check that out if you want to win something really awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.
Brisket.
Want some more brisket?